Well, at first glance, these might look like big, heavy, solid timber beams, but if you look a little closer at the end, you'll see that it's actually a box beam made up of 3 pieces of wood. Over in that corner is where we start our box beam process, and they end up finished looking like this. So what is a box beam, you might ask? Well, a box beam gives you the look of a heavy timber beam, but you can actually lift it, move it around, and install it a lot easier than you could if you were carrying a large, full, heavy timber. So box beam's generally made up out of 3 pieces. There's 2 side walls and a top wall. And very closely here, if you look, you'll see what's called a lock miter. You can look at it maybe a little bit better here because this piece picked up the stain differently. But the lock miter is nice because as we clamp these together, there's a little bit of curvature in the miter itself instead of a traditional miter where you might clamp it and it squeezes out and moves, and these joints tend to open up over time. Well, this lock miter helps prevent that by creating a very seamless joint. And if you look down the whole edge, you'll see that this looks like a solid beam the whole way through. So from an interior design standpoint, they're very effective because you can install them by knocking this blocking out and just putting it upside down on your ceiling. Maybe a better look at it here. We put blocking in these to help just from a shipping standpoint, but essentially imagine a traditional piece of lumber stuck up to the ceiling here. This gets slipped over top of it, and then the box beam gives you the look of a solid timber.